Hello, I'm back with Medieval Blacksmith for the alternate ending number 2. Kicking off right here. The giant is attacking. Oh no. We must stop her now. Ancient diary. All this again. I will do my best. Don't be afraid. Took care of everything. Just gotta go bang out another sword. Weapon. Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna make something different this time. I'm gonna make... guard. Tiny guard. Now let's make it, mace. Hammer. Halberd. Halberd. Sweet. I don't really need to set any of that crap, do I? Alright, these guys took care of everything for me. Thanks, guys. Let's just get that right. Got no coal in it again. I'll have to do this again. I'm only going to do one shovel. Cool. Bucket. Put it up. Thing down. Give it a crank. Bellows. Melty, melty. Oh, good. Drop it in here real quick. I don't even know if you need to put coal in these things. Alright, whatever. Grab the bucket. Pretend like we know what we're doing. With this game for, what, 28 hours or something now? Maybe even more than that, maybe 32 hours. Like a day and a half of continuous play. I think I'd have it a little bit under control by now, but apparently you'd be wrong. Oh, it's a liquid. Alright, cool. Okay, drop the rest in the trough. Cool. Come on. Right there. Right. What am I doing? That. Last piece. Whoa. A bit too crazy with the hammering there. Oh, it's not heating up real quick, but whatever. Smash it in. 99. Good enough. Oops, did the same thing the second time around as well. So how big was the piece of wood? I think it was like 96? Yeah, 96. I mean, it's not like it really matters, right? It's going to be interesting to see if this weapon is actually in the scene. 96.5. That'll do. Put it in. Start building. Still make it fancy. Symbol. And the final piece of the puzzle. Good. And I'm sure it doesn't matter, but I'm still going to sharpen it. Cool. Alright, lady. We're ready to meet my destiny. Okay, good. 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 Activate the weapon. Into the hardest part. What is this feature? Yes, yes, but I don't know. Song, yes. Okay. So now I'm going to... How sure are you this going to work? Probably portal. Yeah, I guess we have to... Is that why you brought me here? I'm leaving now. Yeah. No. Stop. Damn witch. Proceed. Okay, so they're gonna have their... which Sonic Hill, Master Peria, you deceived me. She deceived me. Alright, I think I'm gonna go with that one. Suddenly shift to the weapon you hold in your hand. Is this Blessed Maraudra Stone? You infidels, what have you done? So that didn't really change a lot. Oh, I did not do anything. This was all her plan. I wouldn't know. Okay, so I don't think it really changes too much. Right, so yeah, my responses don't make any difference from what it looks like. So this part of the storyline is fixed. Right. Right. Really kill me? Yes. We have another chosen soul. Liar. Tens of thousands, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. We do magic or we die. Yes, this is the only way. Ahem. Right, kill Master Peria. You've deceived us enough with your words, Master Peria. Gorlock will be defeated not by magic but by steel. You know very well what the punishment for performing dark magic is. I hope the great souls forgive your sins because I won't. Oh, are you sure? I mean, you know you should sacrifice Lady Tyspar instead, right? Kill her. I have a Nazar amulet on me. You can't enchant me anymore. You have no power here. Should I laugh? I should just kill her. Just kill her. The blood from the wound you inflicted with the weapon slowly spreads across the floor. Master Peria, Latia's most knowledgeable sorceress, now lies lifeless on the ground. Lady Taispa, her gaze cold and unfeeling, looks down at the body. We must go, my child, she says. Our battle against the darkness is not finished yet. And so under the shimmering stars of the dark night, the great waiting begins. So this is probably where it's going to go back to the original, the same storyline. The darkest night begins under the shining stars before Gorlok the Destroyer devourment arrives. Tense anticipation reigns over the entire city. Lady Taispa and her faithful follower. Okay, so this is different. Lady Taispa and her faithful followers await the coming battle with unwavering faith in their hearts, prepared to defend Latia. Standing fearlessly with her devoted disciples, she positions herself just behind the city walls, readying for the fight ahead. They raise their hands to the skies, offering one final prayer. They ask the great souls for wisdom, courage in their hearts, and salvation for the souls about to surrender to the eternal cycle. Without a doubt, the sacred destiny has already been set by the great souls, and salvation comes only through surrender to fate. After that, Lady Taispa turns to face her most skilled and fearless warriors, whom she had trained with great care. She reminds them of their duty, speaking the words of the great Ramu for the salvation of Latia. In their eyes, there is not only unwavering faith, but also immense courage. Of course, it is not just the disciples who are preparing. Northian, who knows the northern forest like the back of his hand, is well aware of the immense danger they face. Sorry. Having begun preparation days in advance, the skilled hunter intends to use his expertise to set up spiked traps in strategic locations where the giant is expected to attack. These traps are designed to pierce the beast's feet, showcasing Northian's hunting skills in the face of this monstrous threat. And there is another person in Latia who can assist him with his endeavor, Leru. When it comes to digging, no one could do it better than this woman, who has spent a significant part of her life in excavation. Her expertise is unmatched, and she is undoubtedly the best choice for the task at hand. You need to wet the soil before digging, Leru begins. Furthermore, I can assist you in digging a deeper trap. Northian listens carefully to her words, accepts her offer of help, and along with his men, sets to work on digging a larger trap. A short distance behind the wall, Susha stands by a cauldron, preparing health potions for the soldiers using the method she learnt at school. Thousands of soldiers pack these potions into their pockets for potential use in case of injury. Shamira, I wouldn't call that a health potion. Bwahaha. Or was that just a bwah? I then get out of here. What's wrong with you, creepy? You scared me. Okay, so she was jumpy. You should also add Zimmerat blood to your mixture. It will double the effectiveness of your potion and also give the soldiers courage. Hold on. Got a morning throat. Okay, they're brewing potion. One of the most populous clans in Latia, the Black Wolf clan, is advancing towards the battlefield under the leadership of their new son-in-law, Kostok. With years of combat experience behind him, Kostok shares his knowledge with the tribe as they prepare to defend Latia tonight. The new guild leader, Big Sister, is leading a civil resistance with the influence she holds in the city and the prestige that comes with being the head of the guild. She shares a series of plans with the women and children to ensure their protection while the men, who are capable of fighting, take their place on the front lines. Since that fateful day when Gorlok's arrival was confirmed, Kairat and Jaran, two strong fighters, have been training the people. While everyone knows that it's impossible to raise a warrior capable of defeating a giant in just a few days, their true aim is to instill courage in the hearts of those desperate individuals who wish to protect their mothers, wives, children, and families. offering them a glimmer of hope. However, Big Sister's plan relies not only on the light, but also on darkness. Fingerless Sigoroth, the leader of Latia's largest gang, has pledged to bring hundreds of fearless and battle-hardened men wielding swords to the battle, all in accordance with Big Sister's wishes. Looks like he's got fingers to me. Unless that's not him. As the tense week continues, uncertainty prevails in the streets of Latia. The greatest uncertainty is felt amongst the children. While some play without a care for what's happening, others fight among themselves. And some are aware that something is wrong. Regardless of what happens, if Latia has a future, the future belongs to them, and it must be protected. Women, the elderly, and those unable to fight, their role is not to determine fate, but to await the destiny that has been assigned to them tonight. Even though they are in a place of safety at the heart of the city, their struggle is a mental one. They flounder in endless waves of thought and possibility, waiting for good or bad news from the front lines, for the judgment set for them, for life or death, unable to do anything but wait and wait. On the front lines, soldiers prepare the fate that awaits them, for the fate. There are those who are afraid, those trying to hide their fear, those who seem indifferent, and those who pretend not to care. Everyone seeks an escape in this dance with death. The priests pray, healing the wounds of their hearts, as they all prepare to face the impending disaster together. Weapons are distributed, and dull blades are sharpened, orders are given, and the final preparations for the battle against the Gorlock are completed. From this point on, the only thing left to do is wait for the apocalypse. And time flies by. In the darkest night under the shining stars, Shiro, the drunk. Alright, everyone listen up. Someone told me that all this fuss and cuss is about a huge ass, voracious bitch who eats everything in her sight. I understand your fear, but I don't think you're being unfair to my ex-wife. But don't you think you're being unfair to my ex-wife? Oh, that's good. Nah, you probably don't. Oh, damn that woman. I would shovel rice into her mouth to feed her, yet she still left me for a damn bard. Ashiro continues his tirade. He is surrounded by a bunch of curious soldiers. Most of them chuckle at the absurdity of it all, finding some relief in the laughter. Maybe this is exactly what's needed tonight, a sprinkle of nonsense amidst all this seriousness. Shiro. And you know what? It took a goddamn battering ram to break her chastity. After sharing his strategies for defeating the giant, Shiro concludes his speech with an epic battle speech that echoes throughout the camp. So give her what she wants, boys. The soldiers burst out laughing, their spirits rising amidst the tension. The sound of their joy echoes like a battle hymn, giving them a much-needed morale boost as they prepare for the coming conflict. When the battle horns sound, a heavy silence envelops the area. Gorlock the Destroyer has arrived at the city of Latia. When the war horn is blown, soldiers quickly run to their positions. They form a line of long spears in front of the walls and wait. I feel like it's gonna take the same turn here. A loud thud echoes, signaling the impact of a stone-like object against the wall. Some soldiers stand frozen in place, while others tremble with fear. The relentless intensity of the crashing sounds grows, accompanied by the unsettling crackle of debris crumbling against the stone, and another rock hits the wall. And again. And again. And the wall collapses with a sudden explosion. Large pieces of stone scattered and fall on the soldiers. A huge Dutch cloud. A huge dust cloud covers the area. The last obstacle between Latia and the enemy has been removed, and she comes. Gorlock the Destroyer, devourer of the men. The chaos among the soldiers ends with a night. with Knight, Captain Immer's shout. Captain, Knight, Captain, oh my god. Draw your swords, we will fight. Charge. The soldiers, commanded by their orders, charged forth like arrows shot from bows heading straight towards the enemy. Their reluctant steps find strength in the bushes from those behind them. Thousands of warriors begin to surge forwards, their resolve heartening as they advance directly towards the foe. With a single swipe of its massive arm, the beast sends dozens of soldiers soaring through the air, their lives extinguished in an instant. Weapons that pierce its thick hide prove utterly ineffective. Though the soldiers charge valiantly, they find themselves either crushed underfoot or fading from this world with a devastating blow, their bravery rendered powerless against the overwhelming force of the creature. Thousands of soldiers are crushed under the relentless might of the giant. Countless young warriors sacrifice their lives in a desperate attempt to land a single blow. Most, far from inflicting any wounds upon the beast, find themselves standing on the precipice of death before they can even draw near. How can such a colossal force be halted? This massive giant, capable of severing dozens of well-trained soldiers from life with a single blow, can it truly be stopped by mere swords? No. Whatever unfolds, it will not happen in this way. This night here, there is nothing but death awaiting. Soon, terror seizes the hearts of the soldiers, save for a handful who remain steadfast. Most of the troops turn to flee, stepping over the lifeless bodies of their fallen comrades, who had once been their trusted allies. I wasn't trained for this. This is impossible. This is hopeless. These thoughts swirl in their minds like a ghost, haunting their every step as they abandon the battlefield. Noticing the dire situation, Lady Tyspar gazes upon the battlefield. Everything unfolds just as she had feared. Without a moment's hesitation, she commands her devoted followers, their hearts filled with unwavering faith. Charge, my children, for the great Ramu, for the future of Latia. Charge. Gorlock the Destroyer. Roar. Gorlock the Destroyer. Roar. As the followers engage in battle, the army fractures, with a significant portion of the soldiers fleeing towards the city square. As they flee, they catch sight of a figure standing right before them. Stop. Where do you think you're going? Saka, you're running in the wrong direction, Captain. Captain, this is hopeless, can't you see? None of us were trained for this shit. You better leave too before it's too late. I'm asking you again, Captain. Where do you think you're going? If you believe you're going to Latia, you're wrong. There is no Latia waiting for you there. The direction you're running, there's death among your fallen kin. A city in ruins and a lost future. If you want to run towards Latia, Captain, no. Not in that direction. You will run in this direction because your loved ones, your mothers, fathers, wives and children are this way. Because Latia is this way. Come with me, and together let us charge towards Latia, comrades. The soldiers, stunned for a moment by the brave woman's words, realize the truth in what she's saying, what she says. They gather themselves, her call stirring something deep within. A few dissenting voices rise, but they are swiftly silenced by the commanding shouts of their leaders. After a brief pause to regroup, the soldiers turn once more to face the giant, ready to fight again. The pain of the wounded soldiers eases as they drink the elixirs prepared by Susha. Their wounds begin to heal, and they recover swiftly. Courage fills their hearts once more, and thanks to these miraculous potions, a significant number of the fleeing soldiers return to the battle, ready to fight again. Thus, some of the fleeing soldiers rejoin the battle, with newfound courage coursing through them. They make one final charge, ready to lay down their lives in defense of the city of Latia. Under the leadership of Geran and Kairat, countless brave villagers, organized by Big Sister, rise up to defend their homeland. Some wield swords, others axes, and some even brandish scythes. Each holds a different weapon in their hand, but within their hearts, they each fight to protect someone dear. Yet their eyes are all fixed on the same enemy, united in their purpose as they charge into battle. The men of Sigurath the Fingerless, upon receiving their orders, launch into the fray. The weapons that had spilled blood for crime over the years now gleam under the moonlight for the good of the very city they once terrorized. Hundreds of thieves, robbers, bandits, and fugitives rush forwards, swiftly taking up arms to defend Latia, their former prey now becoming their cause. At Kostak's command, the Black Wolves clan joins the assault, with hearts united, driven by love for their people and the honor of their clan. They charge towards the giant, their thundering steps kicking up dust as they rush into battle. And so, with every ounce of strength it has left, Latia makes its final stand against the fearsome giant, unleashing one last desperate charge against the beast that spreads death in its wake. Soldiers provided by the Trade Guild fight heroically. Spears shatter, shields splinter, and the screams of the dying mingle with the battle cries of those still charging forwards. Amid the chaos, they press on, determined to defend Latia despite the carnage around them. The swift and effective assault by the Black Wolves clan significantly distracts the giant. Eyes fixed solely on slaying the beast, they no longer see their fallen comrades, nor do their ears hear the cries of the dying. Together they charge forward, falling one by one, dying as they go, but relentlessly pressing on towards the giant, determined to bring it down no matter the cost. Lady Tesbar's followers surge forwards, charging en masse without a moment's thought for their own mortality. Like a swarm of attacking bees, they encircle the giant on all sides. With every swinging and crushing blow, hundreds fall, yet still they press on, driven by the faith in their hearts, surging forward in waves against the towering beast. With courage filling their hearts, the soldiers who gave up on running away begin a heroic struggle. For every sword thrust that finds its mark in the giant, dozens sacrifice their lives. They fight fearlessly for the country they swore to protect, inflicting deep wounds upon the towering beast. They resolve unwavering even in the face of certain death. Suddenly, the giant's gaze falls upon the small woman holding her country's flag. As it raises its foot to crush her, Saka freezes in place. The strength in her trembling legs is barely enough to keep her standing, let alone allow her to run. So this is how it ends, Saka thinks to herself. This is how I will die, fighting for my country. What pride this brings, what an honorable death. So this is how it shall be. At that moment, a cavalryman swiftly grabs her by the waist and pulls her away, racing out of harm's way just in time. The man asks, "What is a small and weak creature like you doing in this fight, woman? How dare you speak to me like that? Who the hell do you think you are?" "My name is Tarkan, son of Altar. And my nation is the greatest nation. my nation is the greatest of nations. Thanks, Tarkan." It seems that Tarkan and all his companions have heard that the Blacksmith's people are in dire need of assistance, and they have come to help. Oh, great. Hundreds of valiant warriors skillfully strike at the giant's legs with their sharp weapons. Enraged by the attacks, the giant begins to stomp on the ground with its foot, crushing everything that dares to rise against it. But suddenly something happens. As the giant slams his foot down, the ground unexpectedly collapses. The countless sharp spears hidden within the sinking earth pierce through the giant's right foot, tearing it apart. The giant's scream, filled with agony, reverberates throughout Latia like a thunderous roar, deafening all who hear it. From a distant hilltop, Leru watches the battle unfold and, overwhelmed with joy, suddenly embraces Northian. Their trap has worked. Gorlock cannot withstand the onslaught. She sways from side to side, continuing to unleash its terrifying scream. His? I thought it was a woman. A lot of inconsistencies in this story. In excruciating pain, he cradles his bleeding right foot. The blood pouring from his shattered limb falls like raindrops onto the warriors fighting below. Unable to maintain his balance with his massive flame on one leg, she loses her footing. See, now it's a woman again. The massive form crashes onto the ground with such force that dust erupts around him. Now we're back to a man, okay? Obscuring everything in a cloud. When the dust settles, Gorlock lies there motionless, having struck her head against the sharp rock and lost consciousness. The beast has fallen, yet still clings to life. If there was ever a chance to deliver a fatal blow, this was it. The creature lies on the ground for a while, exhausted. The only movement in its body is a rapid rise and fall of its chest. Everyone knows this is their one and only chance to kill it, but the real question is, who can do it? No one has the courage, and the tense waiting drags on. In that moment, when hearts trembled with fear, devoted followers rushed headlong into death without a second thought. In a dazed manner, they begin to climb over the giant's massive body, engaging in a collaboration unlike anything seen before. They reach their targets with swift steps, surrounding the giant's head from all sides. The followers Lady Taispar now dance on that fine line between life and death. Some attack from its ears, others from its eyes, while some strike from its nostrils. They unleash dozens of sword, dagger, and spear thrusts into every opening not covered by the giant's thick skin, raining blows down upon its head. Blood everywhere, there is blood. Blood? Everywhere there is blood. The liquid pours from the giant's eyes and ears like a waterfall, silently taking the life of that massive creature from this world. Gorlock the Destroyer, the devourer of humanity, is no more. A tremendous joy erupts among the soldiers as they see the giant has fallen. Commanders, soldiers, knights, and even the wounded crawling on the ground all raise their voices in triumphant cheers. The salvation of Latia is now assured with the death of Gorlock. The female soldier Saka, whose name is shouted by all the soldiers on the battlefield, becomes the symbol of this victory among her comrades. With the immense courage she carries in her heart, she has not only illuminated the path for her fellow soldiers, but has also become one of the heroes of this battle. Saka's heart swells with joy and exhilaration. Magnificent pride of fulfilling her childhood dream, serving her country, being a soldier, and becoming a hero washes over her from all sides. Lady Taispar and her followers welcome the victory with great enthusiasm. Undoubtedly, she and her disciples are among the greatest contributors to this triumph. With endless gratitude to the great souls and the divine cycle, they honor the names of the fallen as they celebrate Latia's magnificent victory. Thanks to Lady Taispar's boundless wisdom and guidance, she becomes a symbol of faith, belief, and hope for Latia. With the news of the victory brought to the tavern by Kairot and Jaran, a grand celebration unfolds at Big Sister's Inn. Wild boars are roasted, drinks flow like a river, and the townsfolk revel together until dawn. Goblets clash together in honor of both Latia's salvation and the memory of the fallen, ringing out until morning light. News of the victory is celebrated at the Rimlard mansion, not just with an applause, but with lavish and magnificent feasts that will be talked about for years to come. This celebration, attended by many Latian villagers and nobles alike, both poor and rich, imprints the generous side of Ranafal Rimlard in everyone's memory. Unlike everyone else, the Black Wolf clan enjoys a double celebration. Not only have they fought in the battle to save Latia, but they have also found a brave and valiant groom who has proven his leadership on the battlefield. However, for Sierra, there is more sorrow than joy. It seems that the fact her elderly fiancé returned safely from the war has not brought her much happiness. With a great trap they dug, the fallen giant kindles a deep friendship between Northian and Leru. Amidst the joy of victory, bottles clink together and laughter fills the air. It's evident that These two adventurers have much more to learn from one another. In the dark night, Tarkan and his followers silently leave Latia. What they don't know is that there is a woman following them on her horse. Saka is approaching them one after another, galloping her horse. Hey you, hey, stop. You and your men fought well. We do not know who you are, but we are grateful for your help to the kingdom of Latia. My commander ordered me to give you this bag of gold. Tarkan, the greatest of nations does not swing his sword for stones, daughter of Latia. We fight for honor. We are here because the sword beater helped us. Get out of my way now. And take it from me. You saved my life back there. I've never been indebted to any man in my life, and I don't intend to be from now on. I think you didn't understand what I said. If you have nothing else to say, get out of my way. I'm falling behind my men. No, you didn't understand what I said. I told you I owe nothing to any man, and I have no intention of doing so. Here, take this now, or I'll break your neck. Fine, let's pay your debt then. Come over here. Huh? Huh? No matter how hard she resists, the woman finds no chance to move within the man's strong muscular arms, trapped like prey in a hunter's grip. All she can do is press her lips together and desperately tug at his clothes. Even though she digs her nails into his flesh, the man shows no intention of letting her go. She remains hopelessly locked in his grasp with no escape in sight. Then the tension unravels, strained muscles relax, and the two tired bodies begin to draw closer to each other. All the bloodshed, death, fear, and brutality brought by the war start to wash away with wet, passionate kiss under the moonlight. Then the woman suddenly pushes the man away and freezes, clutching onto him. In her trembling eyes, there is excitement, fear, curiosity, and unanswered questions. The man, however, remains still and, this time, looking directly into her eyes, waiting silently. After a moment of intense eye contact, the man slowly reaches for her hand without breaking his gaze. His eyes are as confident as they are stern. Saka, his heart is overflowing with curiosity, silently prays to the great souls, hoping her racing heartbeat won't be heard. Saka turns her head to the side to hide her blushing face from the man who holds her hand in his palm. Then Tarkan breaks the silence. The kiss I received from you, it is worth fighting 1,000 battles and dying 1,000 times, brave daughter of Latia. Now I owe you, not the other way around. One day I will surely return to pay my debt, but now I must go. Goodbye. Suja, with a small cauldron, saves the lives of thousands of soldiers, filling her heart with joy, inspiration, and a sense of purpose. Seeing countless injured people heal, she discovers the immense power of her potions. Now her goal is not just to be a sorceress, but to become the greatest potion master of all time. She has already met someone who will accompany her on this journey, someone who is even better than the teachers at the most prestigious schools. So she becomes Chimera's apprentice, and together they embark on a journey to the inner circle to push the boundaries of potion mastery. Cries rising from the homes of many widows and orphans left behind by the battles mingle in the dark sky. Accompanied by sorrowful wails and screams, souls are sent off to fly in the endless cycle. Indeed, in this house, as many others, the sound of crying rises this night. However, the death in this house is different from the others, as a life that has fled never truly existed. When Nushila realizes that the newborn baby she holds in her arms is dead, the world crumbles around her. And thus the darkest night comes to an end beneath the shining stars. The end. Back to the shop. Back to the shop. And Saguna wants to say her bit again, I guess. I actually came in to thank you for everything, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Happy to help. Yep, couldn't have been more wrong. It's okay, new life, yep, same thing. And cool, didn't cause any problems. Good time, Rimlord. Be able to make armor in the future. Goodbye. Well, there you have it. That's all 3 endings. I don't know which one I like the most. Probably the first one, actually. That third one there was a bit long-winded, but I guess at least you got sort of a bit of closure on all of the characters in the game. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that one there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.